evening, ladies and gentlemen. Hello, welcome to your Watchalong. Good afternoon, good evening, good morning, wherever you are in the world, of course. For me, this is a very pleasant time, I have to say. Good evening. This is a great time for me. This is 8:30 p.m. for me. This feels like prime television. Prime time. For a lot of you in the UK, 5:30. And anywhere else, well, you're in the US, you're probably still in the morning. But how are all of you doing? I hope all of you are good. And we are in for one hell of a cracker here. This is the first round of 32 stream on the channel. I had the intention to try and do South Africa versus Canada, and I couldn't. After the night before, I knew that would be a stretch, and let's just say I recovered very beautifully, because that night before with Algeria, Austria, there was no sleep. Sleep had left the building. So, yeah, got it good. And now we are ready to go because we've got this Brazil-Japan. Later on tonight, into the early hours, we've got the Netherlands-Morocco, which we are covering on here too. So those are the two that I'm going to be doing. In between, there is Germany versus Paraguay, but I'm not going to be doing that one because, again, for me, Netherlands-Morocco is a 5 a.m. for me, which means going into the morning, and I want to avoid what happened the last 2 days. So we're going to miss the Germany-Paraguay one. I'm pretty sure Germany will... Well, I say pretty sure. You never know. But I reckon Germany will go through. So, yeah. But we are here for the first of two between Brazil and Japan. And this is going to be tighter than what we think. Yeah? This is going to be very tight, I think. Japan... I got my eyes on them. They are the dark horses for many people. Brazil have warmed into this competition. However, I would say aside from playing Morocco, remind me, who was in that group? Morocco... hang on. I'm going to need to... I need a refresher of the group stage now. So... I'll get rid bloody ads. I say bloody ads, flipping now. OKJersey.com, right there. Yeah, Scotland and Haiti. Okay. Now I remember. Brazil haven't been tested. That first game, Morocco, was the big one, right? And that's a game where I think both teams were warming into the tournament. And Brazil, to be honest, did a little bit better than what I expected in that Morocco game. But we've not seen Brazil come up against quality yet. And when I say quality, I even mean like a middle team. No, it doesn't have to be flipping Argentina. I mean like a middle team with quality, and that's Japan here. So I think today we're going to get a proper test of the group, the Brazilian group, and what are they really about. The one thing that we can say about Japan is that Japan have functioned very well throughout this World Cup so far. And in terms of their journey in the group stage, we had Japan come up against the Netherlands, Sweden, and Tunisia. And they had a decent showing, Japan, within the group. They didn't lose. They won one and drawn twice. We got to remember the results. They smashed Tunisia to pieces. They drew against the Netherlands and they drew against Sweden. But the thing about Japan... When I look at this game, because I think this is going to be one of the best games of the tournament, right? I actually believe it. I think this is going to be one of the best games of the tournament. Japan, as a collective, and in terms of the way that they play, I think have enough to be able to stop Brazil playing the way that they want to play and the way they want to move the ball. I don't think Brazil are so resilient defensively And that makes me think Japan has the capacity to catch them out. But I also want to give the possibility here of Brazil. Maybe what we have been seeing is Brazil now starting to warm into the competition properly and now starting to level up. Maybe today we get the best Brazilian performance. Maybe. We don't know. This is why I think this game is going to be one of the best games of the tournament. So, let's see. My own personal opinion, I gave you this prediction a couple of days ago. I think it was during the Algeria-Austria stream before that game started. I think I gave, or was it before that? I think it was the England stream maybe. I told you guys that I think this game's going to finish 2-2. And then it's going to go to extra time and Japan win 3-2 in extra time. Because I think physically Japan will have more to them than Brazil. And I'm going to stick with that. I'm going to stick with that. Let me know your predictions. How do you think it's going to go? Let me know. We've got, have we got Brazilians in the chat? Have we got Japanese in the chat? I mean, I'm asking for 2 fan bases that are basically never watching my videos. If I'm being completely honest. If they are, then they're in the minorities, 100%. But let me know. Any Brazilians here? Any Japanese here? I'd love to see you guys. If you guys are here, you know, that would be amazing. That would be amazing. Japanese American. Okay, we'll take it. We'll take it. 100%. We'll take it. Welcome, welcome, welcome. I'm gonna have to come up with like words that they say in Brazil and Japan. I think the only Portuguese that I know is obrigado and obrigada. That's it. That's technically all I know. Oh, we got a Brazilian American. Fantastic. And the only Japanese that I know is konnichiwa. That's it. You know? In terms of like cultural words, yeah, you know, Brazilian jiu-jitsu and Japanese sushi. That's all I know, guys. That's all I know. You know, balanced to both. So, yeah, if you're here, guys, let me know. Throw some words in there if you know any words. Nothing crazy. But, yeah, 2-1 for Brazil, 2-1 Japan. Japan winning 2-0. Japan's good for 90 minutes, but Brazil will win. 75 quid on Japan winning 2-0. Yo, mate, you're pushing the envelope here a little bit. Portuguese. Wrong Portuguese. We're talking Brazilian Portuguese. Yeah. I'm not an anime fan. Okay, let me put things into perspective. The closest that I've gotten to actually diving into anime was probably Pokemon and Dragon Ball Z. That is it. That's as far as I've gone. Dragon Ball Z is as far as I've pushed it. I've not gone and watched everything. I've not watched Naruto. I've not watched all of these other animes that everyone goes on about. It's not my thing. It's not my thing. I gave it a chance. It's just not. Nah. If I was introduced to anime, I think much more younger, maybe I would have, because I was fully invested into like Dragon Ball, Yu-Gi-Oh, obviously Pokemon, even some Digimon. But and then I got older, and I just stopped. Even throughout my 20s, didn't bother. So 3-1 Brazil. Viva Brazil! 4-2 Brazil. Whoa. The racismo of between Brazil and Japan on Twitter was bonkers. Twitter's a crazy place. I've seen... Look, every game, I think there's been clashes between 2 fan bases on Twitter. It's just the place. It's just the place. You go to Twitter, you're asking for trouble. It is what it is. 2-1 Japan, 3-1 Brazil. The Maresca comments, I'm going to do a video after this on Younes Talks Chelsea. Don't worry. I've got that covered over there. I'm not going to discuss it here. I'll discuss it on Younes Talks Chelsea with a full video. Don't worry about it. But I've seen. Oh, Beyblade. Beyblade was the one. Well, Beyblade, this is the thing. I barely watched Beyblade. I bloody played Beyblade, though. Oh, my God. Let it rip. Let it rip. We were there. Our school days were basically Beyblade tournaments. We didn't go to study in primary school for a good period of time. We went to play Beyblade. That was it. That was it. We got to school. Yo, we're clashing. Who's got what? Everyone get to the arena right now. We had this big red box as our arena, right? Massive red box. We're like, all right, everyone, round it now. And just, oh, man, what a time. What a time. So much so that the school had to start confiscating Beyblades. We were looking like drug smugglers. Like, honestly, we're in school like, hey, yo, you got your Beyblade? Oh, yeah, cool. You got yours, yeah? Okay, all right, cool. Playground at 11, yeah? All right, cool. It was mad. Oh, good times. Thank you for the super chat, Thomas Hazard. First of the evening, much appreciated. Saying, here from 100% days. Yo, just want to give you your flowers and say thank you for all the content and all you do for our club and all the investigations you did against our terrible owners. Many blessings, brother. Keep the blue flag flying high. I appreciate that, man. Thank you very much. Thank you very much for the love. Honestly, 100% Chelsea days. You're old school, then, man. You've been around for time. You've been around since the Beyblade days. So, thank you very much, man. I appreciate it. Yeah. I mean, look, it's got to be done, and whatever good it brings, great. You know. So. I appreciate it. Thank you very much, Thomas Hazard. – 3-0 Brazil. Okay. Pogs. I remember Pogs. Yeah, I remember Pogs. What about Arabic dubbed anime? Space Tune was big in Algeria. I have heard of Space Tune. I didn't bother as well. Yeah, it's weird. When you go to like the Arabic-speaking world, right? It's like they had their own things going on. They were doing the same things, animes and all sorts, but they had their own shows. It's like they weren't watching the same stuff. It was weird. But anyway, that's that. Brazil 4, Japan 1. Trinidad and Tobago in the house. Big up Dwight York and Shaka Hislop. That's crazy. Dwight York, you know. Hislop, if you know, you know. If you know, you know. Yeah? Shaka Hislop, that's Premier League heritage. That is proper Premier League heritage. That's not, I take it back. That's not Premier League. That's Premiership. Premiership heritage. Yeah? The Premiership. Prime Barclays. Bloody hell. Good times. That's like trying to bring up David Dunn. Most people won't know David Dunn. Big up Blackburn. Do you know what I mean? He tripped over his own feet trying to do a... what's it called? Oh my God, how's the name left me? You know when you put your foot behind your other foot to like swoop it? Like, what the hell's that called? How's that name left me? Flipping hell. He done that and tripped. So, if you know, you know. Playing for Blackburn in the Prem. Rabona, thank you. Flipping hell, man. How am I missing out, Rabona? What am I on about? I need coffee. But yeah, tripped over his own feet trying to do it. Prime Barclays. Bring back the Prem. Game's gone. 1-1. 6-0 Brazil. We've got a 50-50 crowd here. We've got people that reckon, okay, you know what, Brazil are just going to be Brazil. And then we've got people going now, but Japan are strong, man, and Brazil are average. It could be both. We might get a really good Brazil and a really good Japan. Well, this is why we're here. This is going to be prime. This is going to be prime World Cup heritage, I think. Let's see. The starting lineups, we've got Alisson, Santos, Gabriel, Marquinhos, Danilo at right back, Guimarães, Casemiro, Paqueta, Vinicius, Ryan, and Cunha up top for Brazil. Strong team. Good balance. For Japan, Suzuki in goal. I mean, That's just a great way to have a goalkeeper in. It just sticks Suzuki straight in. Ito, Taniguchi, Tomiyasu in the back three. Then we've got Doan, Sano, Kamada, Nakamura, Maeda, the star man so far. Ito again, and Ueda, one of the other star men in this team. They have been smashing it in this Japanese team this World Cup. They have been class. I think they're going to be a handful. But that Brazilian defense is actually really good. When you look Gabriel, Marquinhos specifically, it's a solid couple of centre-backs there for Brazil. I don't know if maybe their flanks are going to expose them a little bit, perhaps, in terms of the quality. Let's see. But good decision for Japan to go to a back three here. Try and have some defensive stability. Try and cut off the couple of threats that Brazil have in attack, especially Vini, Cunha. The more bodies that you have there, the more you can contain the spaces, block those lines, and should be able to keep them at bay if you're disciplined and tight enough. But they have a front three there with the centre mids that are able to hit on transition and possibly try and get something. So Japan, I think, have set up really well. Brazil have just got to do Brazil. But Brazil have to do proper Brazil. Can I stress this, yeah? Brazil have to be Brazil. I'm not looking for some, Timu Peru. With all due respect to Peru, but they didn't qualify. So I hope you understand what I'm saying here. But, I don't want like a bunch of imposters that just look like some South Americans wearing a Brazil shirt. Like, I need Brazil, please. A prime Brazil. So, let's see. I have to say, shout out to the Brazilian legends. If you notice, I think, was it in the last game? Ronaldinho was by the tunnel, literally waiting for every player to come out, shaking every single player's hand. Ancelotti, giving them the motivation, giving them that, like, yo, we're here. Kaká, Roberto Carlos, Rivaldo, Cafu, flipping R9, Ronaldo, like, oh man. They were all there. That's powerful. When you've got that there, present, it adds a little bit of spice. So hopefully we get real Brazil showing up, and I hope we get a very, very good Japanese team. Let's see. Martin, thank you for the super chat. Much appreciated. Carrot Dangle again. 8 million for Xhaka. Yeah, it's a shambles, wasn't it? But I do think we're going back in again. Watch us fumble Lacroix as well. That we better not. I swear. Get these clowns out of my club. Also, the Maresca news. The Maresca news is pretty deep. He admitted. But again, I'm going to explain all that on Younes Talks Chelsea. I'm not going to speak about it here because we're not with that crowd here. So that will be done after all this on Younes Talks Chelsea. But yeah, thank you very much. Thank you for the super chat, my friend. Much appreciated. And we'll see what's going to happen with those deals anyway. Brazil, national anthem. Joga bonito, if we're going to get that. I do like the Brazilian anthem. It's so like, it's, how can I say this? It's, it's a very positive sounding anthem. It's got nice rhythm. So yeah, I do like the. But again, I've got a bit of an affiliation with the Brazilian anthem because I've heard it since I was a kid. I remember watching like F1, and whenever Barrichello used to win a race instead of Michael Schumacher, I'd hear the Brazilian anthem. And because I was a big Ferrari fan, same with Felipe Massa after that, I'd hear the Brazilian anthem. And I like the anthem, so yeah, I'm familiar with it. I'm familiar. Shout out Barrichello and shout out Felipe Massa, Brazilian legends. I'm not mute. If I can see, I'm not mute. So if you can't hear me, refresh. I mean, they can't hear me. So if anyone wants to type that in for them, then great. Thank you very much. I appreciate it because I can't just type in there now. So thank you. Okay, Brazilian anthem done. The Japanese anthem is deep. The Japanese anthem it's a complete contrast to the Brazilian anthem. Like, when I hear the Japanese anthem, I actually feel like I'm in a martial arts movie and someone's just died. I'm not kidding. It feels like one big tribute to a fallen, to someone, to a fallen. What do you call someone within the martial arts and like they've lost their life in battle? Like, it's not a gladiator, because that's different. But what's the martial arts version of that? I feel like when I hear this anthem, it's so like mellow. Yes, yeah, exactly, yeah. A fallen samurai, a fallen sensei. Yeah, you're feeling me. Yeah. It feels like there's a lot of pride in this anthem. A lot. It sounds deep. And I tell you what, I love a deep anthem. Anthems are meant to be deep. So, big up to the Japanese anthem. It's one of my favorites. Personally, it's one of those I'm like, oh, that stuck with me. So, I'm curious, what are the words? Because when you go and you hear a deep anthem, the words tend to be deep. So I want to know what the words are. I'll check that out after. Anything on the Maresca situation I'm not talking about here. I'm going to do a video on Younes Talks Chelsea afterwards, so I'm not going to address it because it's deep. It's not going to be something that I can talk about for 2 minutes. So I'll do that later. But I have seen it, don't worry. We are on the brink of kickoff. Like I've said, my prediction for this is 2-2, 3-2 in extra time for Japan. But now the pressure is on. If you make a mistake, you get knocked out and you're toast. This ain't the group stage where, we've got the next game, guys. There's no more next game. You fail, you lose. You go home. So let's see how this is all going to go down. The referees, Italiano, Maurizio Mariani, Daniele Bindoni, Alberto Tigoni, and a couple of Swiss guys. So, let's see. Oh, VAR is Italian as well. Marco Di Bello. That's a great name. That is the most Italian of Italian names you could ask for. Marco Di Bello. You know what that means, right? Marco the Beautiful. Mark the Beautiful. What a name. Such an Italian thing. Marco Di Bello. You'd think it was a fake name. There's the lineup confirmations. Strong team on paper, at least. Good balance in midfield for Brazil. Casemiro, Bruno Guimaraes, Lucas Paqueta. Could be worse. Sounds like a wrestler. Oh, right. Joga finito. Wow. Let's see. Maybe it's not so finito. Maybe it is bonito. You know? Although this Japanese team, man, Daizen Maeda and Ayase Ueda's been fantastic. These two guys have been class this tournament for Japan. They're playing under a closed roof, it looks like. Although it's a sunny day anyway, so there's no threat of rain. Marquinhos giving the Brazil team a last little talk before battle. Let's see how this is going to go down. Let the games begin. Hang on, I've got the colours wrong. Why don't Japan just play in blue? Flipping now. Let me change it. There we are. Right, we're about to kick off, and we're up and away. Brazil versus Japan is underway. Let the serious games begin now, the knockout stages of the World Cup. Let's see how this is all going to go down. Let's see. And there we are. The color is now fixed on the graphic. Japan are in white. I've changed it to white. Didn't even know Tomiyasu's still alive. I know, right? It's crazy. He's here. He's here. It's amazing what Arsenal can do to a man. Right, Brazil. I'm expecting, some mascara. Da. Come on. Joga bonito, guys. Joga bonito. Here is Tomiyasu. No way. No way is a hamstring already being felt. Mate, you're 1 minute in. You're 1 minute in. It's Paqueta. Paqueta's already feeling his hamstring. Nah, it can't be. Paqueta. Surely not. Surely not. You've played a minute. There's no way you've pulled your hammy. Here's Ryan, 19 years old, by the way. Bruno Guimaraes, Danilo, little flick, paw. Oh, he's won it back. Brazil have won it back. Little shot out for a corner. Positive start for Brazil. Okay, good. Okay, Bruno. You know what I don't get? You know when players are trying to amp up fans? You're 1 minute in, brother. You're 1 minute in. The fans are not going to be going, for 90 minutes straight. Like, you got to be realistic here. Get settled into the game first. Don't worry about the fans. Do your job. When it starts getting into serious territory and you need the fans at that point to carry you, you can start getting them to, I don't get footballers that start doing that from minute one. It's a bit, I find it counterproductive. Guimaraes in. My goodness. We're 2 minutes in. We've already got a potential hamstring and we've got fans being amped up. Oh, poor there. Marquinhos under pressure. Japan have won it. Okay, Japan's first time on the ball here. Let's see what Japan have got. Over the top. Marquinhos is going to clean up. He does beautifully. Danilo. Oh, it's a poor pass from Danilo. Here comes Japan. Good tackle by Marquinhos. Out for a goal kick. It might have come off Daizan in the end. I think it did. There's Moriyasu. Moriyasu, man, honestly, this guy, this coach, he's always got his little notepad and he's always stood up. Like, I think he's got the best posture of anyone at this World Cup. It's ridiculous. Do you know what I mean? Ridiculous. Good tackle, Japan. Tomiyasu over the top. Nicely brought down. Oh, Casemiro's won it back. Here's Marquinhos. Gabriel. Paqueta over the top. Paqueta trying to find Vinny. Vinny. Good punch by the keeper. Vinny getting around the defender there. That's one to watch. A little ball over the top to Vinicius Jr. Good punch out by Suzuki. Good speed by Suzuki. Proper dad joke, that. I'm proud of that one. I'm not. Here come Brazil. Given away. Given away by Paqueta. I'm thinking I should sleep through the Morocco game. I can't handle the stress. No, brother, you have to show up. Nah, you have to show up. You have to show up. You'll regret it. You will regret it. If you don't show up for that Morocco game, you're going to regret it. Morocco will beat the Netherlands, in my opinion. You have to. You know? I'll tell you what. Let me just... Okay, I know exactly what to say to make you go, oh my God, I'm staying. If Algeria were playing the Netherlands, well, we've got our game against Switzerland. But if we were playing the Netherlands tonight at 5 a.m., you best believe, goodbye, sleep. Sleep has left the building. You know, and that's with us. We've got doubts. Yeah? With Morocco, you guys should be like, we've got this. And I think you will. I think you'll beat them. We're going to do that anyway. We'll be here. So I expect to see you here, brother. نشوفك هنا ما ترقدش. بالك ترقد. بالك. If anything, try and get some sleep beforehand and get up for it if you have to. That helps. Just make sure you have coffee next to you. You can just down it straight away. Here's Vinny. Foul. Japan. Brazil free kick. Yeah, it's going to be... for 3 a.m.? 2 a.m. UK. It's a tough time. It's a tough time. But it's the World Cup. That's the sacrifice here. All I'll say is you will never find me advocating for the US to host a tournament ever again. Or, to be honest, anywhere on that side of the world. If we've got other potential locations, I will fully back those locations. Just for the time difference. Thank God the next 2 tournaments are going to be Spain, Portugal, Morocco for 2030, and then Saudi for 2034. That's literally right down the road for me. That's quality. Fantastic. Beautiful. Phenomenal. So we'll see when we get to that. It's still a long way away, though. So there's Neymar, who is on the bench, is available to come on. Neymar is... he's not the same. Let's be honest. He's just not the same. He's just not the same. It's nice to have him here. You can see little glimpses, but he's not the same player. The injuries have well and truly ruined him. But it's good to see him here. I'm glad he's here. Oh, Neymar is just a mascot at this point. Facts. Facts. Gabriel. Trying to find the run here. Nope. Marquinhos. Casemiro. Gabriel. Bruno Guimaraes. Marquinhos. Over to the right-hand side. Ryan. Bruno. Here's Gabriel. Brazil are advancing here as a block. As a block, they're moving forward. Well past their halfway line now. Marquinhos back over to the right-hand side. Here's Ryan. Ball across to the left. Good ball. Goes back. Gabriel. Casemiro. To the left-hand side again. And back again. I mean, wow. This is... If Brazil are not careful here, they might hit 109 passes before scoring. I wonder who did that. That's a world record, by the way. Just to say that. It's never getting hit again. Oh, beautiful ball over the top. Beautiful, Danilo. It's a bit too stretched. He's brought it down. Paqueta. On the chance. Guimaraes. Oh, Guimaraes has hit Paqueta in the head. He's knocked him out. Guimaraes, he's up. Thank goodness he's up. But oh my God, he got pelted in the face there. Holy crap. He took one for the team. It's recycled back around now. Here's Marquinhos over the top into Vinny. Vinny. Keeper grabs it. Suzuki out. Brilliant. Yeah, my goodness. Paqueta felt that, didn't he? Holy moly. Literally, he got knocked off his feet straight like a boxer who had just hit the canvas. It's like a Tyson Fury uppercut. Here come Japan. David Fisher, thank you for the super chat. Much appreciated. Saying João Pedro could help this team for sure. I agree. When you look at their forward options, look, don't get it twisted, right? Cunha's been great. But, yeah, Pedro adds an element of dynamicism, I think. Here comes Japan. Japan ball into the box. Good ball. Unlucky. Good cleared. Nicely won there by Paqueta, I believe. Japan have won it back. Oh, heavy touch. Good challenge. No, bad challenge. I thought that was a good challenge. Bad challenge. Free kick, Brazil. Vini's down. Yeah. Studs on the foot there. That should be a booking, you know. That should be a booking. Nah, look, I understand people that call Vini a diver, but that was not a dive. Oh, he did get booked. Kaishu Sano's been booked. Good decision. This is the thing. This is what happens with players like Vini. They dive so much that when something actually happens to them, everyone's like, nah, get up, when actually something's happened to them. But that's the reputation you get. You know, you make your bed, you lie in it. Stop diving. And then people take you seriously. Do you know what I mean? It's just, but that was a foul. Ball into Vini, given away. Here comes Japan. Nil-nil. Japan have contained things okay. Brazil have good structure. Nothing incredible so far, but good. It's a good start for Brazil. It's bright from them. They're optimistic. Vinny's trying to make the run here. That's a great through ball. Oh my goodness, that's a great through ball. And it's another ball. Oh, it's a fantastic. Oh, it's a shot. Unlucky. Good. That was great. That was a really, really, really great move. From the defense into the midfield, all the way into Cunha. Cunha with the left foot trying to hit it into the bottom corner, and it's a save. It wasn't the most powerful shot, but he placed it well. Anyway, corner taken quickly short. Vinny's gone short. Little flick on. Here come Brazil. Oh, unlucky. I like this. Brazil are finding ways to get through to create chances here. They are. They're finding ways in order to get behind certain Japanese defenders here, which opens things up for them to take a shot. They just had it with Cunha. They just had it again off that left-hand side. That ball was going out, by the way, but Suzuki got there anyway. Fair play, Brazil. Going good, although here comes Japan. Oh, that's a great referee. Woo! That was phenomenal. Casemiro's been put into the book there, and Casemiro could not have done anything else. But can we put our hands up and give some credit here? Yeah, Casemiro yellow card. That dummy and that shimmy from Ito was fantastic. Oh my goodness, man. Got around beautifully, putting Casemiro in a situation he had to bring him down. He just had to bring him down. Free kick Japan here. Free kick in a very, very, very dangerous area. Very. This could be 1-0 Japan. This very well could be. I don't know which player should be taking the free kick for Japan, I'll be honest. Who's a good shooter in the Japanese team? You know, if Mitoma is there, I'd scream Mitoma, but he's not. So... Oh, this is tasty. It's about 25 yards off the left-hand side. This could be an outswing bender into the top corner here. This could let... Their number 10's going to take it. He has to. Left footer. This is a left-footed free kick. It has to be. No. Get it around the corner of the wall and bend it in. You're not going to get it over and down. You're just not. You can get it around with a bit of bendo and the keeper's on the other end of the goal. Ah, come on. Wrong end. Here's R9. Big up R9. Legend. That Roberto Carlos as well. Legends. They're here. They're always here. Do you see what I mean? Quality. Ito again to take the free kick. Corner ball, sorry. Ball in. Bouncing. Cleared. Back in Japanese possession. Ito, he's got a run now. Can he make it? Bloody hell, he sent him back to Japan with that one. Horrible pass. Here come Japan again. Japan are opening Brazil up here. They're finding ways through to get to the final third. Pretty straightforward. There's not much pressure from Brazil. Gabriel hits it out for a throw. It's going to be a Japanese long throw here, I think. He's not got options. No, he's going to go short, actually. Yep, he's gone short. Free kick, handball. Approaching 18 minutes, still 0-0. We're not in the situation where we've got other games going on. For the rest of this tournament, we are going to have just one game every time on its own. That's it, all the way until the final. That last round of group games was just, having to keep up and do all of that. You know, there's games that we missed because of it too. So, yeah. Am I rooting for anyone? No, not necessarily. No. I'll be honest. If Japan go through, it would be a shock. Well, I say a shock. It would be newsworthy because they would have knocked out Brazil. And for that reason, I'm here for it. But if Brazil go through, then great, because at the same time, I'm waiting to find a Brazil team that has actually improved from what we've seen for the last decade. So if they get the job done, then happy days, and hopefully we get to see good Brazil. So no, I'm not supporting anyone per se here. I just hope to see a really, really good game, and see what the result is. That's it, really. Danilo. I have to say, the last 10 minutes... Oh, I was just about to make a comment, actually. Okay, Japan have won it back. For the last 10 minutes, Japan have managed to hold the ball a lot more than the start. And now they're starting to actually gain control of the game here. Although they've just given it away to Brazil. They're going to win it back. Here's Vinicius. Ball in. That's a decent ball in. Paqueta, given away. Here comes Japan. Cleared. So far, the expectation on this game, it's what I think many of us thought we would see. It's a lot tighter than maybe some people think, isn't it? It does feel pretty 50-50. So, again, I'm not talking about Maresca on here. No Chelsea talk on here. It's not happening. This is the World Cup. We're doing other things. I will do a video. After this on Younes Talks Chelsea. So we're going to leave it for there. Because it's not a 1-minute conversation. I can't just give you a quick thought. So there's no talk of that here. But you're going to get a big video. Marquinhos. Casemiro. Japanese defending in a 5 here. Classic 5-3-2, which they've sometimes to a 5-4-1, which they have resorted to in the group stage as well at times when they were defending. And that's poor ball into Danilo there, out for a Japanese throw. Ancelotti's on his feet. There's Ronaldinho with Oscar. Big up to Oscar. I mean, big up to Ronaldinho as well, but big up to Oscar. I don't want to make an assumption too early because you never know, but I'm getting the feeling here that Brazil are starting to drop. As in, like, they've got the ball, but now there's not actually much happening with it, and they're making some bad passes. They're starting to give the ball away a little bit. There's not too much happening with Brazil compared to how it was for the first 15 minutes. Now it looks like Japan are starting to get comfortable defensively and also with the ball. This is where, okay, so let me explain exactly what the issue with Brazil has been, what we've spoken about before, and where it comes into this now. This is where Brazil need to go to their identity. It's at moments now where Brazil need to be Brazil. Lucky it's a hydration break. We're going to get a whole reset now. But it's times like this where you see that flair, you see that skill. Sometimes that, we know how Brazilians play. It's proper one-touch passing. Sometimes you don't even need to look. You know where I am. I'm going to move. Little skill here. Flick. Boom. Around the defender. Like, that's how you get past low blocks and big defensive units. And this is where I think we begin to see Brazil look very Europeanized. I hope not. I hope Brazil come out of their shell and show us some Brazil now, because if there's one team, at least in the past, that you could rely on getting through in tight spaces through a team that are just defending because of the skill, just pure skill, it would be Brazil. But Brazil don't have that like they used to. That's the problem. You got to bring it out. You got to bring it out now. Because Japan, I've got a feeling now, they're starting to get a bit comfortable defensively. Let's see. Let's see how it's going to go down. It's an ad break, guys. It's an ad break. So get your water, get your drinks, do what you got to do. But yeah. The thing with this ad break as well, let me explain this too. All the momentum that you see up until then gets broken. So now even in terms of the game starts again. It's almost like starting the second half. It's new momentum. It's everything that was done in that first bit is cut off. The rhythm gets broken. So you basically start again. That could be an advantage for Brazil here, considering that they were starting to drop. There's the Brazilians, always with the vibe. And there's the Japanese. They're a vibe too, a different vibe, but a vibe. The Brazilians are just dancing. If there's one people that you can rely on that will just dance for 24 hours a day, it's a Brazilian. Without a question. Without a question. Players are coming back out now, I think, from this so-called water break. R9, Ronaldinho. Legends, man. So far, and it's true, yeah, if we look to the stats, there's been no shots on target. It's tight, isn't it? Yeah, no, the ad breaks can't be stopped halfway through a tournament because then you give an advantage to certain games compared to other games. It's going to have to be the same for the whole tournament. But I'll tell you what, I do not want to see it ever again. Or I think it should be limited. If you're playing in a stadium where a temperature is a certain level, make the ad break 1 minute. 1 minute. Players come over, have a little quick sip of water. Not even time to talk. Little sip of water, drink, get some liquid in you, back on the pitch, play again. That's a water break. 1 minute, 60 seconds. Doesn't take long to run over, have some water, and run back. Like, there should be a rule. There should be a rule. But they didn't put that rule in because it's not a water break. It's an ad break. It was never a water break. It's camouflaged as a water break. How you get having players have a water break in what, 20 degrees in some stadiums at least? Come on, have a day off. I think there should be a temperature cap as well. But anyway, I think there's a lot of rules that this tournament has got people talking about. There's a lot of things that have happened that have made people go, you know what, FIFA should change this rule. FIFA should change that rule. FIFA should change that rule. There's actually quite a few. This World Cup's opened up some eyes here. So let's see. We've resumed. Here's Alisson. Goes long. Into Cunha. Cunha's nearly brought that down. Unlucky. Good defending by Japan here. All the way up to the top and back to Alisson. They better not put a concert in the middle of the final. No, they will. They've already said. Apparently, get ready, the halftime show for the final is going to be a half-an-hour show. No, normally for a football match, halftime is 15 minutes. Yeah, goodbye to that. For the World Cup final, it's half an hour. And we're going to get a full-on show. And I think the artists have already been announced. I forgot who it is, but they've already been announced. So, yeah. Expect to see a full-on Super Bowl type thing going on. I'm being serious. It's already been announced. It's 30 minutes. Good luck to the players. Can you imagine the players like Japan are in it. Japan are in. Oh, 1-0 Japan! 1-0 Japan! Holy crap! They've flipping done it. 1-0 up. And what a goal! Where was the defending? He's literally dragged it straight from midfield. The through ball straight in midfield, turns, runs into a red carpet. Literally red carpet. Takes the shot from out the box. It's very reminiscent to what Algeria did to Lionel Messi against Argentina. It's just red carpet, let him run all the way to the edge, except this guy's not Messi, but he still scored. It's Sasso. His first international goal for Japan. And it's 1-0. Sano with the goal, dragging it from midfield, turns, goes straight to the edge of the box, uncontested. It's a great interception, by the way. Fantastic interception from him. He just runs, edge of the box, no one closing him down, bottom corner finish, 1-0 Japan. Beautiful. And that's what Japan were looking for. That is what they were looking for. They can now defend. They've got it in them. Defend. Can they keep Brazil at bay now? 1-0 Japan. Oh, the crowd goes wild. Brazil are down. Oh, you see what I mean when I say this Japanese group? As a group. You see the way Sano literally intercepted and just went, boom, straight into the space. Goes around. One player, I don't know who it was it Paqueta? Goes around him, keeps running, drives into that space, has the chance to shoot. Defending is just not in Brazil's vocabulary for that goal, though. No one closed him down after he went past one Brazilian player. Unreal. But very clever movement from Sano, especially to cut out diagonally so then he doesn't get caught. Was it Casemiro? You got to remember, Casemiro's on a yellow. It's clever from Sano. Sano intercepted it at the right moment with the right guy on a yellow card who can't risk it. It's poetry. Japanese poetry. Well done, Japan. 1-0 up. Brazil have got catch up to do here. It's not a good first half now for Brazil at all. This game's not done though. Good interception again. That's not a free kick. Nah. Well, from my view here, that did not look like a free kick. That looked like a strong, good interception from Doan. Here's the replay. Sorry, my bad. He stepped on his foot. He got the ball and stepped on his foot. It's a foul. Free kick Brazil. Bruno Guimaraes and Paqueta are over it. Richie, thank you very much for the super chat, saying, what's your prediction for this game? I did say 2-2 with Japan to win in extra time 3-2. That was my initial prediction. We'll see what happens. We'll see. Free kick. Ball in. Marquinhos with the header. He didn't really reach that well, and it's just gone out for a goal kick. It's poor defending. Why did no one close him? Who was meant to go? Look, Casemiro's just next to him. Where's Gabriel there? Good defending. Here come Brazil. Vinicius with a shot. Vinny straight to the keeper. Here's the thing. If this result goes into the second half like this, if this score goes into the second half and we get to like minute 70, I think Brazil are going to start looking desperate. And you know what happens when Brazil start looking desperate? They start losing their heads. Brazil need a response. I think the longer this goes on, like this, the more Brazil will lose hold on the game. Good defending. Give him back to Brazil. Casemiro will have to come off at some point, I reckon. Ball over to Danilo. Danilo back to Marquinhos. Danilo, ball in. Good bouncing. It's bouncing. Someone on the edge. Vinicius. Vinny on the edge. Paqueta. Good block. It's good defending. You can see the Japanese numbers there. They're like a flipping wall. Vinny, look, there's two men on Vinny here. He can't do anything. Good block. Oh, that's fantastic pressure. That's beautiful. Here comes Japan. Japan on the count. He's giving that away cheaply there. He had the pass to make. That's a poor pass into Vinicius Jr. That's a poor ball. Come on, man. You can't hit it that strong to Vinny. You can't. Oh, it's blocked. Japan with a fumble here. Here come Brazil. Into Cunha, and it's too to the left-hand side. Here's Vinny. Can he try and make something of this? It's a clever back pass. Japan have just locked off every space here. Look at that. They've got a back six. Oh, here comes Japan on the counter again. Here comes Japan on the counter. Ito. Tackled. Out for a throw. Brazil can get back into position now. Do you see the defensive structure of Japan when they're having to defend and Brazil are near the box? It's so tight. Everything's so tight. They have the numbers everywhere. Wherever the ball navigates, there's three. Every single time. Wherever the ball navigates to whatever Brazilian, all of a sudden there's one Japanese man and two come out of nowhere. And then the play shifts and all of a sudden there's another two out of nowhere. And you get that back six that sometimes gets someone to move forward to step and press. It's just there's no space. They leave zero space. Look at them now. 5-4-1. Right? Vinicius locked up. Cunha locked up. Two in a box of four. You got one Japanese man that's committing now, but in order for Vinny or Cunha to get past, they're going to have to get past two lines. Two lines of Japan. Bruv, they're not getting through. Cunha's found himself in a pocket of space here, but he can't get the ball. There's three Japanese in between him and the ball right now. Just got to him, and now look, shut down. Two men on Vinny, shut down. Ball goes back. Look at this press. As long as those two lines don't expose themselves and leave too much space for a Brazilian to come in and receive the ball in order to turn, then if they can just stay really tight like they are. I mean, flipping out. You can't get the ball. You can't get the ball to them. You can't. They're trying. Here's Paqueta trying to find a runner over to the left-hand side. Vinny's had to go all the way to the touchline. Vinny, back to Gabriel. Look at this. Back into a back five. The four are very, very central. Even the flanks are shut down. Vinny is shut down. It's a shot from distance. That's all he could do. Cunha can only just turn and shoot. And this is actually, that's a good thing, I have to say. There are some teams, who was it? Was it England? It was England I was getting frustrated with against Ghana. When we do receive in that tight space, we still try and walk it in. Or we still try and see who to pass to. Bruv, if you're not getting through, turn, shoot. Just have a dig. Like, what else can you do at that point? And that's what Cunha did, although the shot wasn't a good shot. But it's right thinking. Brazil go again. Japan want to go in at half-time 1-0 up here, for sure. They want to go in 1-0 up. Gabriel. Danilo. Vinny. Oh, beautifully won. That press was beautiful. Beautiful. He's lost it. It's out for a Japanese throw, though. Whew. See that aggression? Do you see that aggression? My goodness, man. Out of nowhere. Brazil asleep in midfield, navigating the ball like that, asleep. We're approaching 40 minutes. Japan now with the ball. Unlucky. He's tried to go for a bit of a low cross diagonal there, but lands to Casemiro. Vinny, good block. Good block. By Suno. Marquinhos. You know, I know Ueda gets the credit for the goals that he scored in this tournament so far and the skill as well. We remember that little flick over the top as well. But Maeda, his physicality is wonderful, and for a bit of a short guy as well. But his aggression and his pressure and just his energy is beautiful. Beautiful. And you know what? Even technically, look at the way that the Japanese are moving the ball here. You know, that's the one thing you don't expect from the Japanese. It's like, okay, they're going to start balling. They've got technicality. They've got players that move the ball quick, that have the ability to move in tight spaces. They've got skill. Japan have evolved. They really have evolved over the years. Here's Japan with the ball now. I think you can see why Japan was a bit of a dark horse for many people into this tournament. Japan defending like the African countries. Yes, but they're doing it better. Japan have a level of discipline. This is the Japanese stronghold over everyone, I think. Japan have discipline. They have a system, and they're such a well-oiled machine, and there is zero selfishness in the Japanese team because that's just the Japanese culture. Japanese people are just not selfish. It's just how they are. It's just how they're built. When there's a job to do as a team, they all do it as a team, and there's no discussion. When you're having to defend in this sort of way, there's zero room for error. Everyone's concentration is at 200%. And Japan pull it off brilliantly. You're right. They are defending similarly to how the African teams defend, but they are also moving forward and playing ball. Look at this. Look at this on the right-hand side. Look at Suno. And Ito. Ball in. On the chart. Ball in. Brazil under pressure. Brazil under pressure. Gal Tiago, thank you for the super chat. I'm saying, Younes, do you like 5 or 3 in the back system? Well, they're the same. Depending on if you're attacking or defending. But if you have 3 central defenders and you've got wing backs, those wing backs have to come back to make a 5 if you are defending. They're not just going to sit forward. So it's the same. Going forward, you have 3. Those wing backs join the attack. Defending, you have a back 3, and you have those 2 wing backs that come to defend to make a 5. So I do like that system personally. It's a personal favourite of mine. I reckon if you've got the players for it, I will always prefer 4-2-3-1. I think the balance you have in a 4-2-3-1 is some of the best. But I feel like it's starting to get a bit outdated because the personnel of players has changed. You don't have players that can hack a 4-2-3-1 anymore, that can execute it well. Players of now get exposed because they're not so physical. But a back 3/5 protects the team defensively and gives options as long as you've got 2 really good wing backs. So it's a personal favourite of mine now. In the modern day, yeah, I do like playing that way. I do. I think it's very dynamic. It gives you options defensively. It gives you options offensively. So Japan are moving the ball here beautifully. Can we just admire that? Ball switched over to the right. Going to be a ball in. No, it's not going to be a ball in. He's going to cut in. He's going to cut in. He's going to cut in. It's woo! I thought he was going to shoot. Here comes Brazil. Here comes Cunha. Free kick. Yellow card. Fact. Japan moving more like Brazil than Brazil. Yeah. Kamada's gone into the book. Four minutes of added time for the end of this first half. Ball in for Japan, for Brazil, sorry. Is that out for a corner? No, goal kick. We're going to talk at halftime about this because I've got something to say about Brazil. I've got something to say about Brazil. Japan again. They're pushing for a second here, maybe before half time. Do they want to go 2-0 up? I swear if they do. Oh my God, if they do. I got to say, am I surprised? No. Am I surprised by Japan? A little bit. Am I surprised by Brazil? No. Not one bit. Not one bit. I'm basically seeing what I expected. We're going to talk at halftime. We're going to talk at halftime. We've got 2.5 minutes left. 2 minutes technically now. Japan winning every single ball in the air as well. First ball, second ball. Retrieving it, bringing it back down. Tight spaces. Out for a Brazil throw. No, he's kept it on. He's kept it on. Oh, look at the Japan massive. Imagine if the Japanese had a hooligan firm. Oh, mate, you'd be finished. Imagine. Thank goodness the Chinese are not here. It'd be a wrap for everyone. That's another thing, by the way. How come China and India just never qualify for this tournament? Yet we've got Curacao, we've got Cape Verde, we've got countries that have 500,000 people qualifying. We've got the two biggest nations on the planet that can't get 11 guys to make a team to qualify for the World Cup. It's pretty insane. It's pretty insane when you think about it. China and India collectively have 3.5 billion people. Yet they don't qualify. Danilo. Ball in. Yeah, Brazil, this is mad. Brazil are starting to look like they're running out of ideas. How mad is that? Oh my God, Japan are in on the counter here. Ooh, heavy touch. Back to Gabriel. Paqueta is limping again. Listen, Paqueta, are you broken, brother? First you're holding your hamstring, now you're limping. Like, are you okay? Half time. Oh boy. Half time. Brazil 0, Japan 1. So, what is going on? Let me put it like this. Japan have showed up. Brazil have tried to. but can't. It's as simple as that. I'm not shocked with Brazil. Seeing them like this, I'm not surprised. This is what I was expecting. This is why, if you go to my prediction video, I had Brazil not even winning the group. I had Morocco winning the group in the end, but Brazil managed to get it on goal difference. I didn't have Brazil going far. Brazil, it's the same story, man. Look, Brazil have an identity crisis. It's as simple as that. Brazil have an identity crisis, man. They've lost their identity. They've lost who they are. And you can't just get it back in a World Cup. Like, you can't get it back in one tournament. There has to be a whole restructure of the way that Brazil conduct things for their national team. There has to be a whole, like, it's hard to do because of the way that football has gone, but Brazil look no different than the standard European team. They look no different than watching Sweden. Or, I mean, okay, let's not insult them a little bit. But you see the way Germany play, the Netherlands play, Portugal. You know, Spain have a little bit of their own touch on things. France have the same thing, but at a higher level. They're just much more powerful, right? Brazil are playing like a normal European team. You might as well move continent. You're not playing like you belong in South America. You're playing like you belong in Central Europe. You know? It's so easy to read. Because of that, it's so easy to read. And because of the players that they have, that have adapted to this way, they can't give anything else. They could not give anything else. So, on paper, Japan's playing Brazil. In reality, Japan are playing a mix of players from La Liga, Ligue 1, and the Bundesliga, and the Prem. Do you know what I mean? That's the issue here. It's very easy for Japan right now, who are very disciplined and defensively have a lot of discipline and they've got physicality, for them to play their style, their way, and just contain Brazil. And Brazil, what people are expecting from Brazil is Brazil to start showing skill, to start showing creativity, to start showing flair, to start combining in tight spaces, little 1-2s, triangles, get in between combinations, leave that defender in the dust, little skill, nutmeg here, nutmeg there. Like, we expect that from Brazil to get past a defensive unit like what Japan are showing. Brazil don't have it. They don't have it. I think individually, the way that all of these players maybe grew up, yeah, maybe they had it, yeah? But the way that I think these players have now been conditioned, they've been Europeanized. They've been Europeanized. We had to make a whole word here. But it's because of that, these players, I think now, from their clubs, have been conditioned to not tap into that advantage that Brazilians hold when they make their way up to become professionals. From grassroots in Brazil, from that style, they've been conditioned to leave that away because it's too risky. Brazil are a victim of modern football. And on top of that, there's another thing. There's another thing, and this relates to Brazilian play specifically, and I have to mention it because I think this is something that Brazilians need to sort out within themselves, right? This isn't going to be for any of us, but this is going to be for the Brazilians in Brazil. These players in this Brazilian team, the more younger players, have the ego the size of Jupiter, and they can't deliver with that same level of ego. They think they're bigger than what they actually are. That's the reality. In their heads, they're thinking, yeah, we're at the same level as Ronaldinho, as R9, as Rivaldo, as Roberto Carlos, as Cafu, as Kaká, as all these. Like, we're at that same level. Yeah, but you're not. You're just not. They kept their identity. You lot haven't. And I understand that. But what they've done is also keep their ego. And that's holding them back because they think they are it. And they're not. They're average. So I feel like Brazil as a whole needs a humbler. They need to be humbled. I don't say that just for football. I mean, in terms of generation, the young Brazilian generation right now need to calm down. Calm down a notch. Yeah? Relax. Relax with the image, relax with the hair, relax with the materialism, relax with the I'm a star. No. Go back to basics. Remember where you come from. I feel like that's a problem as well with this Brazilian generation. The young ones, not the older ones, the younger ones, I think are playing off the success of the older generation, and because of that think they are better than what they actually are, and I think they need to humble themselves a little bit. If they remember where they come from, and I know a lot of these players come from bad circumstances, right? I feel like that mentality might actually help them to push themselves even more. I feel like they get to a certain point because they are good players, and then they allow themselves to become comfortable, and then they think that their way of playing that they do in their clubs is going to get them across the line for their national team, and it's just not, because it's just not the Brazilian way. You know what I mean? It's just, it just doesn't work. Japan are a prime example of a team that are playing together, that don't have the best players in the world, but have a unit that are all there for each other, that have stuck to their identity, and that are stuck. They have stuck to what works for them. And they're so disciplined. They are so disciplined. It's stupid. Like you said, the way that they defend is very reminiscent to the African ways that they're of defending. True. However, this is a problem with some of the African teams. The focus can drop. Selfishness can come in. Someone wants to be the hero. That can happen. With the Japanese, none of that. None of that. And this isn't a problem, this tournament for Brazil, by the way. This isn't new. Let's not pretend. This has been a problem for Brazil since 2014. It's been 12 years we've had this problem for Brazil. 12 years. And nothing's really been done to fix it. You know? I want to say something, and I want to get your take. Well, what's the solution here for Brazil? Let me check something. If there's any Brazilians in here as well, this would be fantastic to dissect into. But let me check something. How many players, right, under 30, so we're not talking about players that are on their way to retirement, right? Under 30, in this Brazil squad, actually currently play in Brazil? Remember, this is the Brazilian national team. So how many? Lucas Paqueta has gone to Flamengo. And there's Danilo Santos, who plays for Botafogo, but he's not really playing, barely. Neymar at Santos, but it's Neymar. He's coming to the end. Leo Pereira at Flamengo, he's 30. Barely plays. Danilo, 34. Alexandro, 35. That's it. I feel like the solution to Brazil right now would be to try and pluck out some more players that are playing in Brazil. I feel like that could be a way to try and get the Brazilian identity back. At least a little bit. At least a bit. I think there has to be more of a mix now, because this can't continue. Brazil can't just now, from now on, forever, just look like a standard European side. They just can't. It's not helping. That's not Brazil. I feel like if maybe they look within, surely there are some Brazilian players in Brazil that are flipping ballers. Surely. Do you know what I mean? Surely. But this is what I want to ask. I want to ask you guys, if there's anyone that is paying attention to the Brazilian league, again, maybe the Brazilian league has not been given the resource, maybe the Brazilian league has not developed well. Maybe the problem is there. Maybe the problem is within Brazil. Maybe there's problems internally. Like, I don't know. But like I'm saying, this Brazil problem has been a problem since 2014. Since then, we have not seen Brazil. This is not new. And right now, we will all come into this tournament thinking, you know what? Maybe Brazil are going to be a bit better, especially with Carlo Ancelotti. Maybe. Nah. Is there not? Do you see? That's a problem. That's a problem. Because before, so yeah, apparently the Brazilian, even in Brazil, that it's not been developed. It's not high. It's Brazil, man. Do you know what I mean? Like how? Mad. The CBF is one of the most corrupt federations in the world. Oh, there we are. It's always that, isn't it? It's always that. Kenjoy, thank you for the super chat. Much appreciated. Teams like Chelsea sign up the young talent and then this happens. Mental, man. Mental. And again, this is why I say the Brazilian players are also a victim, to an extent, of modern football in Europe, because modern football has become so systemized and so tactical, and it's, you know, the players are not allowed to play anymore. And I think if there's one nation on earth that's going to be a victim of that instantly, it's Brazil. Because you're cutting off one advantage that they have. Imagine trying to restrict a Ronaldinho because of the system. Come on. Do you know what I mean? When you look back at that Brazil team, imagine having to restrict R9. In the modern day, yes, they'd be restricted. Because you can't move out of a certain space. You've got to make sure that you're with this player. You've got to make sure that you move into this zone. You've got to... Bruv, with Brazil, here's the ball, play. Do you know what I mean? Like, that's just how it is, but they're not allowed to do that. That's the problem. Endrick is going to be coming on, it seems. Let's see what happens. Charlie K, thank you very much, saying, do you think we will get to the semis knowing we will avoid France, Spain, Portugal, Morocco, Netherlands and Germany on the other side of the bracket? Yeah, England are on the right side, aren't they? It's the good side. So, yeah. There has been a sub here. It's probably Paqueta. Wow, Endrick has got a somewhat half-decent shin pad on. I'm pushing it here, half-decent. Why do players not wear shin pads anymore? What the hell's that about? Do you know what I mean? True. Old Brazil is gone. Maybe it will return at some point because things go in cycles. But right now, football is not what it used to be. A lot more tactical. Players are better coached, means less space. Sometimes too coached. True. Back when Brazil were really good, they didn't allow players to go to Europe at such a young age as they do now. Fact. Now, 17, 18, yeah, sell. Why? Cool, we can get some money in. It's just that, isn't it? It's just that. I mean, look at the difference. Look at Argentina. Argentina are a side that have managed to stick to their identity despite evolving things a little bit, despite having elements that, of course, fit with the modern game, but they haven't abandoned. They haven't abandoned. They've adapted. Brazil have abandoned. That's a problem. Brazil won't like that. They won't like to hear that because Brazil, Argentina, flipping, they don't get on. But it's just the truth. Charlie K, thank you for the super chat. If it is an England versus Argentina semi, who wins? Of course, the mighty Harry Kane. I don't know. I'll be honest, at this point, I don't know. Neymar is in flip-flops. Beautiful. So he's clearly not coming on anytime soon. Endrick making his way on. Let's see if Endrick can do something. Maybe Endrick might actually be an answer here, you know. Paqueta is off. Paqueta is off. If I'm Carlo Ancelotti here, I'm going to give license to Endrick. You do you. My instruction to Endrick, you do you. Don't be scared. You won't get backlash from me. You do you. We've kicked off for the second half. Here come Brazil. One back. Here's Endrick. Cunha. Ryan. Vinny. Ball in to the keeper. Feel the power. Thank you for the super chat. Much appreciated. Saying, big up, brother. Thoughts on Maresca's statement? I'm not talking about it here because I've got so much to say. There's a video on Younes Talks Chelsea that's coming out after this. So I'll do that there. Basically. But it's not a 1 minute thing that I can talk about, to be honest. So you'll get a video after this. Much appreciated. Here comes Japan in the box. Ball in. Unlucky. Out for a Brazil throw. Feel the power saying fair enough. Cheers, my friend. Much appreciated. Referee's giving a free kick to Brazil here. Handball, I think. Yeah, for handball. Handball given. Brazil need to be more direct. They need to be more direct. They need to not have as much fear, be a little less systematic, and just be direct. Try and take the ball from A to B as quickly as possible. And look, I don't normally say this, right? Because it doesn't normally apply. Not in Europe. But for the Brazilian team, look at Japan. Look at the way he's trying to drive past 4 different flipping Brazilian players. Why don't we see that from Brazil? Do you know what I mean? That's Brazil. Brazil where they nick the ball and then boom, 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 going forward. That's Brazil. We don't see that. We don't see that. Japan are doing it on the counter. But I feel like Brazil, the one instruction that I would give them that I wouldn't normally give is actually express yourselves. It's mad. Normally we laugh at that when it comes to things in Europe. We go, oh, come on, man, that's not going to do anything. Yeah, it doesn't. And, you know, you get managers that try to do that, for example, in the Prem, and they get eaten alive. But for Brazil, I would tell them that. Express yourselves. Be you. Remember where you came from. Be Brazil, not Switzerland. Do you know what I mean? All I ask from Brazil is make sure you defend. Come back and defend, right? You're going to do all of that, but if you lose the ball, whatnot, I need you guys to be animals. Proper animals. Here comes Japan. Look at this. Look at this link up from Japan when they move forward. Oh, it's fallen into Endrick. Oh, he's tried to feed Vinny there. Unlucky. Unlucky. Maeda on the left. Good defending. Oh, given straight back to Japan. Ito. Unlucky. You see, Brazil are not tight either. What's Vinicius doing there? Just watching, literally Japanese midfielders receive the ball in the middle without any pressure whatsoever. You see, this is where Brazil needs to show some. You got to be animals sometimes. You know what I mean? In a good way. Like, be some beasts, please. Put some pressure on. Eat them alive. Like, what are you letting them play for? Look at the touch there and the skill. The Brazil managed to win that back. Here come Brazil now. Over to Vinicius. Good defending. Good defending, man. Vinny. Bruno Guimaraes. Sir Gabriel. I was going to say Saliba. Gabriel. Here's Casemiro. Over to Marquinhos. Feel the power. Thank you very much. Saying it'll be diabolical if Brazil lose. Mate, Brazil getting knocked out in the round of 32. That's blasphemy. That's blasphemy if that were to happen. Round of 32. That's just as bad as getting knocked out the group stage for Brazil, you know? Any mods? No spamming. You're going to get banned for life. I'm going to step in any moment. Okay. I've seen enough. I've seen enough. Okay. Ooh, header. What a save from Suzuki. My goodness. Oh my God. That wasn't Yamaha. That wasn't a Ducati. That was a Suzuki. What a reflex. What a save. Bruno Guimaraes on the edge. Kenjoy, thank you very much for the ball in. There's a chance for Brazil. Good clearance. Thank you for the super chat. Japan has a well-organized football federation. They do. They do. Big time. They do big time. And that's the advantage. That's the thing with Japan. That's the thing. they're so serious in their work that they it helps them. You know, when you have that ethic, you don't need the best players. But the block will be able to get the job done for you. The group together will be able to get the job done. Oh, ball across! Oh, it's cleared! It's cleared off the line! How in the blue? How did that not go in? Japan on the counter-attack! Japan on the counter-attack! Oh my goodness, here comes Japan! This could be 2! Just as we thought it was going to be 1-1 over the top. Here comes Japan with a chance! Ball inside! Oh, man! Holy crap! How did that not go across the line? How? Oh my God. It's a header by Casemiro and it's bounced off, I think, the goalkeeper and 2 Japanese defenders on the line. It's come off the head. Oh my God. Holy, my God. Yo, Suzuki's saving it with his head. The goalkeeper, the 2 defenders are clearing it off the line for fun. Brazil are not scoring, are they? When you see that sort of stuff, you think, my God, they're not going to score. They're just not going to score. Ball in. Oh, man. It's a good header by Casemiro, to be honest. He got himself into a fantastic space for that, but that defending, oh my God. Marquinhos. Ball in. Okay, it looks like Brazil have gone to crossing the ball into the box and just trying to win it in the air now, which is weird. But they didn't do that in the first half. Let's see. Ball in, back post! Oh! They've done it exactly that way, and it's Casemiro! What? 1-1! That's not the Brazilian way. This is not the Brazilian way. Since when did Brazil become cross and inshallah? That's Arsenal. That's not Brazil. Casemiro. We just saw the save from Suzuki and the Japanese defense, and they've just gone and done it again. Cross, and it's managed to land to Casemiro on his own, unmarked, and he's managed to slot it in, and it's 1-1. Wow. 1-1. Brazil have found themselves back into this game. It's the ball in, and it's Gabriel. It's Gabriel with the cross. Of course it is. Of course it is. It has to be Arsenal in it. It has to be Arsenal. It's just when it comes to crossing the ball into the box, a set piece, just have an Arsenal man to assist you, you're gonna score. It really is, isn't it? It really. But it's a great header. What I'm concerned about is with the fantastic defending that the Japanese have shown. How are you leaving Casemiro unmarked 2 minutes after you just saw what he did when you cleared it off the line? Unreal. Unreal. 1-1. Brazil back in the game. Tears for Japan, but it's not over. It's not over. We're back to square one. To be honest, let's also say this, right? This could be a way to get an advantage over Japan. Japan are not the tallest team. They're not tall. I think they've got one seriously tall player. If I'm looking, actually, let me try and look at all their heights. I'm going to try and find this out right now. Let me see if I'm able to do this. But they're not a tall team. So this could be Brazil might have found the most non-Brazilian way of actually winning this game. Oh, he's giving it away. Here comes Japan on the ground, though. Is that a free kick? No, referee says no. Play on. Interesting. Here's Ryan. Over to the left-hand side. Vinicius Jr. through the legs. Vinicius Jr. Oh, my God. Vinicius Jr. Vinicius Jr. Vinny. He's going to go alone. Vinny. Oh, he's at the post. Oh, my God. How are you not scoring that? Vinny, all he had to do was, you know, the Thierry Henry finish into the bottom corner. He didn't do that. He went with the outside of his boot. Why are you going with the outside of his boot? Go with the inside of your boot. You're putting it into the bottom corner. But that nutmeg, oh my God, man. He left him for dead. Oh, why are you placing it like that? Why? Bend it. Bend it. Bend it is 2-1. Bend it is 2-1. Are Japan starting to mentally fold here? They got to get their heads together. But let me go back to what I actually wanted to check. Do I get to see what? Okay, Suzuki, tall lad. Suzuki's a tall lad. Tomiyasu as well, fair play. Then it starts to get small. The defense is actually okay. The rest of the team, though. All the defense are like 180, 183, 185. Here comes Japan. As referee says, play on, no problem. The midfield, yeah, 175, 176, 179. We've got a 180. 177. They're not tall, man. 173. Maeda's 173. He's tiny. And Ueda up top, 182. Average. They've got 2 players that are 185 and above. Maybe Brazil have found a way here. Maybe. Screw it. Spam the ball into the box and Brazil might actually win. But Japan need to go through this phase now of pressure. Right? Nah, it's a ball off the ground. That's not a handball. You can't say that's a handball. But anyway, it went to Brazil's possession anyway. Here's Brazil. Here's Gabriel. No. You can't say anyone's bottled this so far. No. It's 1-1. You know? Overhit into Vinny. Overhit. For a team that's been defending really, really well, yeah, it's a bit surprising that they've let Casemiro by himself at that back post. Although, like I said, my prediction was 2-2. And then I reckon Japanese in extra time. Japanese 3-2 win. That's what my prediction was. Although, I am starting to get the feeling whoever gets... Oh my God, Japan might be in. It's overhit. It's overhit. Marquinhos has got to do better there for pace. Or at least positioning. Here's Gabriel. I do reckon whoever scores the next goal might actually wrap it up, you know. Whoever scores the next goal, it could be curtains. This is the thing, though. It's so unpredictable. The World Cup is so unpredictable. You never know. You never know. Maybe Brazil go and win 4-1 now. Maybe Japan will go and win 4. Who knows? Oh, Alisson's blown it. What kind of flipping goal kick is that? Well, not goal kick. He wanted to just try and boot it out. He's fluffed it. Anyway, Brazil have won the ball back. Nice little touch. Here's Vinny. Yo. This is nice. Guimaraes. Brazil all of a sudden playing in combinations. Oh my God, Brazil are playing in combinations. Finally, look at this, the skill. Look at the skill. Finally, have Brazilian woken up. Have Brazil finally identified themselves. Have they? That was better. Look at this. Thank you. That's a glimpse of Brazil. That's what I want to see. That was Ryan, by the way, with a little piece of skill. But you see that last piece of action that we saw from Brazil? I want to see that for the rest of the game. Yeah? Combinations, moving forward together, 1-2s, getting past players, little skills here, trying to create space. Oh my God, Japan are in. Okay, this is where Brazil need to defend. He's taken a shot straight to Alisson. He's nearly fumbled it, but Alisson's caught it. Ayase with the shot from distance, he's just gone for it. It's good power. It's a good shot, but not the best aim. He just went for pure power. Would I bring Neymar on? Not yet. No, you can't bring Neymar on to play half an hour. I don't even think he can hack half an hour, to be honest. I would bring Neymar on for 15 minutes. 15 minutes. I'll be like, yo, Neymar. Or 20 minutes. Neymar, I need you to go out there and be Neymar. I need you to go up there and twist these lot into pretzels. As much as you can. Here's Vinny. Gabriel. Thank you very much, Charlie, for the super chat. Who would win an England versus Brazil quarterfinal? Oh, honestly, I actually think England will beat Brazil. I think England beat Brazil. Harry Kane hat-trick. Nah, maybe not. Brazil sub. Martinelli. Martinelli on for Cunha. You know what Ancelotti's realised? Ancelotti's realised he's gone to the bench and goes, okay, which Arsenal players do I have here? Martinelli, you? I don't think I have anyone else here. All right, you're going on, yeah? Spam the box. Gabriel, cross to Martinelli. Cross to Martinelli, and that's it. Gabriel Martinelli. Gabriel Martinelli. Gabriel Martinelli. For a corner or for a set piece, Martinelli to Gabriel. Martinelli to Gabriel. Martinelli to Gabriel. That's it. Brazil are going to Arsenal this and just win the ball in the air. They're just going to try and spam the box and just set piece FC this win. Martinelli has gone to the right-hand side. I think Hendricks comes central. Okay, nice. You see, triangles, beautiful. Triangles between Casemiro. It's a ball on the right-hand side. Anyone in? Anyone in? Ah, cleared. Unlucky. But again, we're seeing combinations. We're seeing better movements here from Brazil. It feels a little bit more Brazilian. I'm glad. Ryan? Unlucky. Casemiro's tried to cross it into the box. There's an appeal or two here. Hydration. Time for hydration, guys. Time for ads. But wow, 1-1. Who do Brazil have on this bench? Let's have a look. Who do Brazil have on this bench now? Hendricks come on, Martinelli's come on. There is Neymar, of course, right? There is Neymar. Luis Enrique? Igor Thiago is someone, perhaps. Apart from that, I don't think there's anyone else that can really come on and influence the team in an attacking sense. So, yeah. And for Japan, again, God knows. I look at this bench and I'm honest. Most of them I don't know. Tanaka can come off the bench. Apart from that, I don't really... well, they'll know best. They'll know best. Let's see how this is going to work out. But I do expect Neymar to come on at some point to try and get the second goal. But again, I would leave it late because, well, to be honest, we're at 70 minutes now anyway. We'll see if they're able to actually get something done properly. You guys wouldn't bring him on? Would you guys not bring on Neymar? He's our mascot. He's just here for vibes. Neymar's here for vibes, and that's it. The problem with bringing Neymar on, let me explain this as well. If the game goes to extra time, he's finished. If Neymar comes on, this game has to finish in 90. You can't possibly think Neymar will come on, play 15 minutes, and then go and play half an hour. No, not happening. He won't hack it. But, again, that's part of the risk. You need something. Do you know what I mean? To try and win the game. With a short time left of the game, yeah. You know, worst case scenario is you're going to have to probably waste a sub. So if you bring on Neymar and you go to extra time and he starts to struggle in extra time, then you probably have to take him off for Luis Enrique maybe. There's nothing else you can really do. Do you know what I mean? Because he's just not got the legs, I don't feel. But I think he can do a job for 15 minutes. Not much more, though. We're back on the way. Are we going to have a winner? Or are we going all the way around the back again? Into extra time. Vinny. It's a bold pass. I see what he's trying to do there. It's unlucky. Free kick Japan. No advantage. Martinelli with a foul. Here's Bruno Guimaraes. Nice from Hendrick. Nice. See, that's Brazil. Right there, what we just saw from Hendrick. That's Brazil. Here's Vinicius Jr. Vinny. Who did you pass to? Tell me. I'd love to know. Do you see the way Hendrick went through? 3, 4, into space, speed, direct pass. if we had the whole Brazilian team doing the same thing, we would have Brazil back. Do you know what I mean? But we don't. Gabriel. Vinny. Gabriel, he's going to cross it again. He's bloody crossed it. It's another header. Oh, my God. Oh, my God. Oh, corner ball. Corner ball. Oh, man. It's again that back post. It's that back post again. Corner ball. Oh, it's a terrible pass, man. What kind of cross is that? Marquinhos. Vinny. Martinelli ball in. It's not the first time we've said that. Martinelli again. You're going to cross it? Go on, cross it. He's gone to Vinny. Gabriel, go on, cross it. All right, he's gone to Marquinhos. The Arsenal boys, I'm just waiting for them to just spam the ball into the box. Marquinhos. You got to be careful, though. If Japan, I think what Japan are looking for here is keep the shape, just try and nab the ball and hit them on the counter-attack. That's it. I think that's what Japan are resorting or trying to achieve. Gabriel. Nice. Ball into Vinny. He's gone centre into Endrick. Over the top. No. Keep the ball on the ground. Well done, Casemiro. Lovely cleaned up. Marquinhos. Danilo, Bruno Guimaraes. Gabriel. Passing along the back line. Gabriel moving forward. Vinny on the left. Martinelli. Santos in. On the edge. Unlucky. Martinelli, right idea, poorly executed. The ball's bouncing way too high. No way you could have got a shot, unless if he jumped up in the end, done a Poyet, done a scissor kick, maybe. Substitutions for Japan. Tanaka's coming on. And so Kamada off, Ito off, Tanaka on, Machino on. So some fresh legs for Japan here. Can Japan get a sneaky finish? Good press, good press. Out for a Brazil throw in their own half. 78 minutes. Still Brazil 1, Japan 1. My 2-2 is not going to happen, but it's 1-1 right now, and I don't know if it's going to stay like this or is someone going to get a winner. Well, my 2-2 could still happen, but I don't think it will. I think we're very far from that now. Straight to Alisson. Alisson over to the left-hand side, Santos. Casemiro. Ball over the top. He's tried. Ryan trying to bring that down, didn't get near it. Japan with the ball now. This is tight. This is tight now. One mistake will cost a team the whole tournament here. One mistake and you're going home. Very, very fine margins now. Now we're in the knockout stage, and it's the round of 32. When you think about it, either one of these teams going out in the round of 32, considering the expectation for Brazil and considering how well Japan have done, would be a failure. It would be a disappointment. More so for Brazil. I think if Japan went out here, it would be disappointing, but it wouldn't be like, oh my God, what a disaster. It would be like, yeah, we're a bit down. If Brazil went out here, it'd be a failure completely, you know? So, but one team's going home. Who is it going to be? Lovely spread. Oh, unlucky. Ball into the middle there for Japan, trying to find the right-hand side. Sitting with Gabriel and Casemiro now. Marquinhos. You lot reckon Brazil are going to fumble it? There's quite a few of you in the chat that think, oh, Japan are going to do this. Brazil are going to make a mistake. The bracket right now as it stands, Brazil and Japan, the winner here will play either the Ivory Coast or Norway. So on paper, it's a favourable game to try and get to the quarterfinal. Here's Vinny. 9 minutes to go. Plus stoppage time. Vinicius, he's in. Vinny. Oh, good defending. Good defending. Ball in. No one on the edge. Here's Danilo. Marquinhos. Over to Gabriel. Good defending again. I feel like we're going to get into the last 5 minutes and Brazil are just going to start spamming the box. Literally, cross, 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 cross. I've got that feeling. It might work. That's what's mad. It might actually work. I find it funny, we didn't discuss, like it wasn't a thing because of just how well Japan have played. It's not been a thing of how much lack of height Japan actually have, you know? So yeah, it is possibly a way to get a goal. Tactically, yeah, it might work. Here's Martinelli. Is he going to cross it? Of course he does. Plays for Arsenal. And it's out for a goal kick. Kenzo, thank you very much. Thoughts on Liam, the manager to Paris FC? I've heard that he's linked. I don't know, has he got the job? If he has, what are Paris FC thinking is my question, but it's their business. Paris FC beat PSG in Ligue 1 last season. You would have thought they would have gone for someone a little bit more top tier. You know? But yeah, I mean, good luck to Liam. At least he found a job. If he is getting somewhere, at least he found somewhere. I'm shocked. This soon, I'm shocked. So, yeah. 7 minutes left, plus stoppage time. Yeah, now we're entering that territory now where whoever scores wins. Free kick, yellow card. He had to bring him down there. Free kick for Brazil. This might actually work out for Brazil, you know. This is where you get Martinelli taking the free kick and Gabriel scoring the header. It's here. It's here, guys. This is where we're going to... Imagine that happens. I swear, if that happens, I'll laugh. I'll just laugh and I'll rate it. It's who's on it? Oh, it's Ryan. Ryan's taking it. Close enough. All right, Ryan and either Gabriel or Martinelli to score. I will be laughing. Fast Brain, thank you very much. Saying Liam to become Algeria manager. Let's go. No, I'd rather get managed by a slice of bread, if I'm honest. We're good. We're good. We don't respect balls. We actually don't. Ball in. It's Ryan. Ooh, it's a bit too powerful there. It's gone over the bar. It's out for a corner. Let Martinelli take it. He knows how to deliver it. Corner ball. It's going to be Ryan again. He is a good corner taker, to be honest, or set piece taker. Gabriel, where you at? Ball in. That's a terrible ball. Oh, little flick. Oh. Vinny. Why does Vinny not cross the ball? Ever. He's gone short. Back post to no one. That's a terrible pass from Guimaraes. Out for a goal kick. That Martinelli who's been hit in the face. Good tactic by the Japanese there. Good tactic. You know, break the Arsenal player for a set piece. Don't let him take it. Yeah. The ball's going to Martinelli there. That's smart. If he's an Arsenal man, whack him in the face. That'll do. We might be heading to extra time, guys. We might be. Little Brazilian kid is a bit worried. Hey, we might need to. You should play, you know. I bet this Brazilian kid's got flair. Did I just hear a car crash? I might have just heard a car crash, but I don't know if that's a premonition for what's coming? Is someone about to have a car crash here? Ball into the box, cleared. Brazil on the counter? No, good defending. Little flick. Oh, no, Brazil won it back. Here's Endrick moving. He's trying to find a through ball. Through ball into Martinelli. Good defending by the goalkeeper, Suzuki. Suzuki's got speed. I mean, he kind of had to. If not, he'd have to drop the name, wouldn't he? You know? You'd have to go from Suzuki to Toyota Prius. Respectfully. You know? Fafana's in Dubai? Where? Send me location. I'm going to have a word with his legs. Why do you get injured all the time? I'll try and get him hooked up with some leg replacements here in Dubai. Maybe that exists here. I don't know. Maybe. There's one place it exists. It's probably here. If he can get 2 brand new legs, good to go. Free kick, ball in. Oh, nearly. What's a great punch there by Suzuki. I thought they'd won that header. Here's Vinny. He's got space. Vinny to shoot. Vinny! Corner ball. Vinny always, you can see Vinny always wants to be the hero, doesn't he? He does. Yeah, no, Vinny, sorry, not Vinny, Fofana, we can give him 2 brand new legs and then sell him. Say he got upgraded. Ball in. Header. Back out to Martinelli. Good pressure there from the Japanese there, unlucky. Vinny. Nah, he's lost the ball. He's lost the ball. We're in the last minute of this game, guys. Last minute, heading into extra time. Free kick to Brazil. This could be another one. Vinny's asking for the ball here. He wants it played short. He has been played short. Is he going to cross it? He has crossed it. Ball in straight to the goalkeeper. Bruv, why are you asking for the ball when it's a free kick? They could have crossed it. Why are you asking if you're going to cross it? Japan here. 30 seconds left. Oh, he's in. Ball in. Cleared. On the edge. Tanaka. Okay, he's gone back. Japan moving the ball now. On the left. He's in. It's a bit too easy. Why are they not closing him down? It's a bit too easy here. 6 minutes of added time. Whoever scores here now is done. Whoever scores here now, it's finished. Surely. Oh, there's a play. Casemiro's down. He can't continue. Oh, that's a bit of a blow here for Brazil. What's happened? His hamstring. Oriak, thank you very much. How are you? Hope you're good. Thank you for the super chat saying it would be nice to see Esteval on the pitch. It would be. Unfortunately, he's not here. I think he would have done well here. Fabinho. Wow. Not seen him in a while. Hello, Fabinho. He's going to come on for Casemiro. Unk for Unk. Got to be done. But yeah, Esteval, it's a shame, but he'll be there for the next one without question. So we'll see. Casemiro's looking like he's what's he done here? What's the problem? Oh, it's a groin. It's a groin injury. Well. Casemiro coming off. Fabinho on. Two subs left for Brazil. We've not really played the whole 6 minutes of stoppage time, so expect this to go to 98 is the word here. Can someone get a winner? Over here? Oh, no, it's not. Endrick. Corner ball. Unlucky. Hamaguchi, I mean, that's just, what a name. Do you know what I mean? What a name. Corner ball. Gabriel, where you at? Or even Martinelli. Ball in. Fabinho. Nah, Fabinho, I know at Liverpool you didn't really score much headers. There's still about 5 minutes, 4.5 minutes left. I know it says 93-40 at the moment, but there's still going to be 3.5 minutes left because of Casemiro's injury. Japan have retrieved the ball here. He's lost it. Santos. Gabriel. I reckon extra time, you know. 4 minutes to play. Marquinhos. Gabriel. Brazil are pushing. Santos. Gabriel. Little 1-2, nice, into space, cut inside. Endrick, no. Oh, he's lost it. No, he's won it back. Ryan, on the edge, Bruno Guimaraes, Martinelli! Oh! He's won it for Brazil! Martinelli's won it! He's won it! Brazil are going through! Oh my God! 95 minutes! Oh, whoa! Japan are heading home! Oh my God! Oh my God! Brazil! At the end! There's no way. Unbelievable. After everything Brazil did, and in the end, oh wow. It's a ball, look, Ryan to Bruno Guimaraes, and it's the Japanese defense are not tight. What's the Japanese number 2 doing? Just ball watching. He's got Martinelli right in front of him into space, and Martinelli's finished it beautifully. Post and in, and it's gone in, and Brazil have won it. Oh my God. Brazil are heading through. Japan are heading home, guys. Japan are heading home. Oh, wow. Look at that Ancelotti reaction. The most nonchalant reaction to a World Cup 95th minute winner you'll ever see in your life. No reaction. But Brazil, oh, man. In the end, look, what we've been asking for in terms of how Brazil moved the ball, at the very, very end, they did it. The very, very, very end, they actually did it. Unflipping believable. Yeah? For big portions of the game, we didn't see it. And then when it mattered most, Brazil became Brazil. And the Japanese defense went asleep. Like I say, that number 2, he came on. What's his name? I got to call it out here. Unreal. What have we just witnessed? Sugawara or Sugawara. Just, you've got Martinelli with his back towards you, ready to receive the ball to score, and you're behind him just watching. Are you blind? You know? Unreal. Well, Brazil have won it. Let's be honest. Look, Japan. Look, okay, let me put this into perspective. Japan, you're gonna have to do an Austria. You're gonna have to do an Austria, guys. Yeah. And I don't think you're going to. Ball over to the left-hand side, just like Austria. Whack it in the box. Whack it. Brazil throw. You got to whack it in the box, man. If you want to do an Austria, you just got to pummel it. Pummel it in the box. Unbelievable. There is a bit of time. Free kick Brazil. It's running out. I think there's maybe 30 seconds left. 30 seconds left. Japan are heading home, guys. Japan are heading home, man. Oh, man, I feel bad for them. I do feel bad for them, but you make a mistake, you're finished. Look at that. Look at Martinelli. Look at that. What is that defender doing, bro? What is he? That's criminal. I have to say, that is criminal. Brazil, there's a chance for Japan here. Oh no, that's it. It's done, isn't it? That's it. It's got to be it. That's got to be it for Japan. We're about to see Japan get eliminated from the World Cup. Brazil have clawed this out of nowhere, to be honest. Alisson to pump the ball forward. We're at 9:45. It's got to blow it. It's got to blow the whistle. He's looked at his watch. I think he's going to blow it here. Suzuki, bruv! Smash it forward! There might be one more chance. There might be one more. Why are you pumping it in the air for? Why? Ref. Oh, Japan will have one more. No, they won't. Ref's looking. He's looking. A throw? Mate, we're at 10 minutes. Ref. Has this ref lost his watch? He's got the whistle in his mouth. It's going to be one last big, massive throw for Japan. Japan are out. Brazil are through. Unbelievable, man. 95th minute winner from Martinelli. Brazil will be making their way to the last 16 to play either Norway or the Ivory Coast. Japan, I have to say, right? Japan have been a pleasure to watch this tournament. They really have. I feel bad for them. But this is football. Someone's got to win, someone's got to lose. Someone's got to stay, someone's got to go home. You can't have both. Japan, it's been a pleasure. Good luck to Japan going forward. We are going to see them again, without question. Japan are not a team that you would have thought would get knocked out in the 32. But if they keep going the way they're going, they got big things coming. Congratulations to Brazil. Congratulations. They managed to claw it out. And when it mattered most, Brazil actually managed to show up. When it really mattered most. So, congrats to Brazil. Through to the last 16. Japan, heading home. Tanaka's heartbroken. Oh, man. This is where we start to see scenes at this World Cup where teams get eliminated and you just start to feel bad for some players. You just start to feel terrible for some teams. You just start to feel heartbroken. But it is what it is. I also want to say the Japanese fans have been they've been class. With the way that they've conducted themselves the whole tournament. They're always like that, to be fair. But yeah, Brazil will stay. Brazil will remain. Thank you all so much, people. And we'll see how this is going to go into the last 16. Now, the next watch along on here is going to be the Netherlands versus Morocco. I'm not doing Japan. Sorry, not Japan. I just did. Germany, Paraguay. I'm not doing that, but I will be here for the Netherlands, Morocco. So make sure you guys are here for that. Yeah, we'll see how those two are going to get on and who's going to make it through and who's going to go home. The World Cup is now getting really interesting. It's time to knock teams out and it's time to get into the latter stages. So I will see all of you later on. Thank you all so much, guys, for all the interaction in the chat, the super chats. Much appreciated for the support as always. And I'll see all of you later on for the Netherlands versus Morocco. Catch you then. In a bit, people. Take care and peace.